This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Phil Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Hello and welcome back to your Sinister Sixmas. It's that time of year. I am Phil, joining me as always, that Sinister one herself. It is.
Y'all know who it is. I don't need no damn introduction.
Oh my. You're not the only spirit, right?
I am Sinister.
Alright, so it's almost the end of the year already. Next week's the Sausage Fest, then the Thwippies, and then it's 2021 already.
Thank God. Can't stand one more thwipping minute of this thwipping year.
Thwipping. Oh yeah, we have to do that an unedited show. Yes. Yes.
Not on Patreon yet.
Not yet. But yeah, you can go subscribe because yes, it's coming. All right, so but right here, right now, for your Sinister Sixmas Part 3, we're covering Revenge of the Sinister Six from Spider-Man 18 through 23 from January through, is this monthly or bi-monthly? Because I have the trade.
Cheater.
Ew. You trying to steal it, maybe. But yeah, it's like from the first half of 1992.
Oh, Marvel's had enough of my damn money. I don't feel bad at all.
Oh my. They're going to get you. All right, so. Yes, this one, let me double check the credits here, but I believe written and drawn by Eric Larson. Yes.
Yes.
Written and penciled, yes. And inks. Oh, somebody was looking for a big paycheck.
Oh, give me the money.
I need the money. Gimme.
You need the money. Gimme.
We're going to open every Patreon episode with that.
Gimme. You got to get Kona to do one too in his Boston pizza owner accent.
Oh, okay. I got to clean this up for the podcast. But oh my God, we're going to need unedited drops. Just you and Kona. Just thwipping, suck it, Kona. Just thwipping, suck it. But yeah, anyway, so yes, Revenge of the Sinister Six begins in Spider-Man 18. Because remember, Todd McFarlane left the book, so.
Abruptly.
Well, he got an image.
Some would say it a tizzy.
Well, he had an image in his head.
Oh! We can finally get an actual unedited Andrew Dice Clay drop now.
I've been looking.
The possibilities.
I've been looking. All right, so guest stars galore.
You don't say. Shut up. Get out of town. It's a Sinister Sixmas miracle.
So I guess this is every one of these is what titled Revenge of the Sinister Six, because yes, 18 is Revenge of the Sinister Six Part 1. That is the title.
So Revenge of the Nerds, yes. I guess that title was taken.
I was going to say, who's Booger Hobgoblin?
You know it.
Well, it is Macindale.
Gobble, gobble.
Exactly.
All right, so it opens up Spider-Man and Ghost Rider, because it is 1992, attempt to stop a rampaging cyborg in a shopping mall. Neither hero recognizes the half-man, half-robot, and its confused statements don't lend any clues as to where he's come from. The cyborg is confused, scared, and lashing out wildly. He should run for president. He swats Ghost Rider away as if he were nothing and causes the web slinger to dodge a hail of bullets before taking off into the sky. Spider-Man tags a web line and is dragged into the air as Ghost Rider rides his bike up the side of a skyscraper who's directing this? Joel Schumacher. Jumps from it and connects.
Shudder to think, homie. Shudder to think.
I know. Jumps from it and connects with a punch to the cyborg's face. Oh my god! This synopsis even says very cool move. Jesus. Spider-Man and Ghost Rider are able to weigh the cyborg down, smash through a billboard, and send him. I don't think this is right. Corralling into an abandoned building. The building collapses.
The word they were looking for was careening.
Yes, but it's literally they have corralling here. Oh, God.
Yes.
The building collapses and buries the cyborg.
That's what you get with the Wikia.
I know. The building collapses and buries the cyborg in debris as the web slinger attempts to go after him. The two heroes only watch and wonder if they will ever know what this confrontation was all about, but are happy it's over. Spider-Man swings to drop Ghost Rider off at his bike and is then going to call S.H.I.E.L.D. to pick up the body. The cyborg, however, is stumbling from the rubble unnoticed and still mumbling gibberish. Meanwhile, once again, the Sandman is checking in on the Quesada family. The Quesadas used to let him board with them, but were forced.
Quesadas? Festivus for the rest of us.
Oh my! The Quesadas used to let him board with them, but were forced to ask him to leave when the media was alerted to his presence there. Dr. Octopus had threatened to kill the family if Sandman didn't go along with the last Sinister Six team up.
Sandman.
Last episode. And there is still the concern that he go through with it since Sandman had betrayed him. Suddenly, the entire house explodes before his eyes. While holding one of the Quesadas in his hands, Sandman swears revenge on Dr. Octopus and won't stop until you're dead. Dr. Octopus, meanwhile, is busy obtaining the adamantium arms that he had been searching years for. They were created a long while ago, and now he finally gets to use them. I believe that was a Daredevil issue of all places.
Get it where you can get it where it fits in, bro.
There's a drop. I'm trying to remember. We might be covering that Daredevil issue later in 2021. I'm not so many issues.
I don't think so, but you can squeeze it in. Heyo.
The old man that he had gotten them from demands payment. Instead, the mad scientist kills him and then rips apart the army of robots that the old man had brought as backup, destroying
the humanity. Won't you think of the children?
Destroys them with superior ease. Oh, no, relative.
That one was for Charlie. You're welcome.
Are we doing me now? Dr. Octopus relishes his newfound power. After it's over, he takes the massive amount of weaponry left behind to increase his own weapons cache. Meanwhile, at the home of Peter Parker and his wife, Mary Jane, Mary Jane tells her husband that she's planning to audition for a role in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I wonder who that could be. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
This leads to an argument when Mary Jane tells him that the role also involves nude scenes. Peter isn't.
That's why he got rid of the marriage, low key.
It would have been more sense if Loki had done it. Peter isn't comfortable with the idea of everyone seeing his wife nude. That's why Todd McFarlane is also off this book. This angers Mary Jane, who sees the role as a huge break and that it is her body and her career to choose. Her body, her choice. She's insulted and cannot believe that.
#feminism.
We are Spider-Man and cannot believe that Peter could be so squeamish about it. Meanwhile, Sandman meets up with the former members of the Sinister Six to get revenge on Dr. Octopus. Vulture.
Somebody get Aunt May on the phone. She'll set these flipping dudes straight.
No, she'll set Ox straight. Vulture, Mysterio, Electro, and the Hobgoblin, Macendale, are all in. Sandman.
Gobble.
that faux Hobgoblin.
Want to be the poser.
Sandman lets them know that he's in this just for revenge for what happened to the Quesadas. He goes to the hospital to visit Mrs. Quesada and decides that he's going to need a backup man because of his distrust of the Sinister Six. He then hangs around the Daily Bugle for Spider-Man.
I was going to say, somebody get Hydro Man on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about your mud pack.
Whoa. Mud pack? What? What are you talking about?
Water and sand.
I know.
It's in his prison purse.
Whoa.
Yeah, Sandman hands are right. Once they find each other, Sandman asks Spider-Man to come along as backup to take down Dr. Octopus. That evening, the members of the Sinister Six converge on the hideout of Dr. Octopus. Spider-Man is tagged along, sticking to the shadows to keep his presence a secret. As the six approach their former leader, Spider-Man's spider sense begins going off, warning him of something behind him.
Ting, tingling.
Something big behind him.
A big unit?
Oh, you went that way. Okay.
A big unit.
I was going to go with,
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
Either way, it works.
well, in next issue, we'll find out what it is.
It was just a really nice package.
So what did you think?
Not as nice as Mary Jane's, but you know.
Grumpy pumpy.
So what you think of 18?
I will say that it was pretty much wall to wall, just kind of like jammed in every nook and cranny with things happening.
I mean, the pacing scene. I mean, it's like boom, you open up Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like we get the the Sinister Six is already formed. We got the Ghost Rider guest
Cameo out of the way.
Yeah, we got Mary Jane planning the pose nude. I mean, yeah, it's really jam packed in here.
Yeah, and I kind of like that because a lot of the Sinister Six issues that we cover are kind of like slow.
Oh yeah, this isn't like last.
Like the first two issues are almost always slow, and this isn't slow at all. And you're like, holy crap! I mean, this is like we got 5 more issues to go. What the hell?
Yeah, I'd rather have it like this than have it. Like,
Absolutely.
Drag it out,
They're there. They're formed. No gathering the troops. Ugh, that's the worst part of the Sinister Six myth. I swear.
Oh, that's gonna be a post tonight. Spider-Man 18. Modern comics could never.
For real. This would be a 2-year clone saga.
Mary Jane would be like getting sprayed.
She'd be on Playboy. Hugh Hefner would have been in on it with Stan Lee. See?
She would be getting spray tan for the next year and a half, getting ready for that new shoot. Oh, good lord. All right. So should we get to 19?
Let's do it.
Find out what that big thing was. Oh, yes, that is right. I'm looking at the notes here. Yeah, the adamantium arms. I was right. Daredevil 165. And you kids are hurting me every time now. Every Spider-Man issue, they have to put down at the bottom, Mephisto erased their marriage.
I told you got to get off the Wikia, bro. They love to rub it in. Some sickos are actually glad they're not married anymore, and I just don't want any part of that side of the fandom.
One of these days, we're gonna have to cover one more day just to.
We will.
Oh, we should cover it and then like burn it or something after we're done with it.
Save it for 2022 though. We'll still be getting over 2020 and 2021, so save it for 2022.
All right, true. Be like, hey, things are good now. Remember this? Okay. All right, so part 2, Spider-Man number 19 from February 1992. Oh, Slugfest. This isn't even Sinister Six. Revenge of the Sinister Six part 2. It's Slugfest.
And it lives up to its name.
I was gonna say yes. It's not Ben Grimm, but somebody else.
Somebody else is gonna get a clobbering good time.
No.
I flip and wonder who.
The members of the Sinister Six are seeking to get revenge against their former leader, Dr. Octopus. This confrontation is being watched from the shadows by Spider-Man. However, his spider sense has warned him of something behind him, something big. I'm sorry, Ray.
Watch out.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
Wait. You know, George of the Jungle, watch out for that tree, if you know what I'm saying.
A couple of balls down the gob.
Meanwhile, Dr. Octopus provides his former teammates with an ultimatum. Join him or die.
Join me or die.
Again,
or, something else.
This is a little dating like, join me or die. The Sinister Six...
it's come with me if you want to live. And if they don't get the reference, they get left at the restaurant.
Or the double entendre.
It's how we do. It's how we do.
Nobody tell Flip and Rob. The Sinister Six attack, but the Doctor is ready for them and beats them around with his new adamantium arms, except for Sandman. As Sandman makes his way through his foes' attacks, he learns that the Dr. Octopus that the Dr. Octopus that the Dr. Octopus wasn't behind the explosion involving the Casadas, and it was
a Dr. Octopus.
What is this? What is he? Want to raise podcast? But Dr. Octopus wasn't behind the explosion involving the Casadas. It was instead the rest of the Sinister Six.
Oh, wait. Squirrel moment. I liked it. I like the artwork behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Spider Fam.
I've been trying to get more art for all our shows. So that's why you should watch.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
That's why you should watch the YouTube, kids. But yes, it was the Sinister Six in an attempt to convince him to join their cause. When the Sandman attempts to turn on his former allies, Dr. Octopus blasts Sandman with the gun that can transmute him into glass. Jeez, every time. Falls right every time. Dr. Octopus is about to smash the glass form of the Sandman into pieces to make a point to the others when Spider-Man jumps in. He immediately goes on the offensive as the other members of the Sinister Six side with Octavius, while also dodging the Doctor's attacks. The wall crawler is overwhelmed by this assault, and fearing he might lose this battle, Spider-Man tags the Hobgoblin with a spider tracer because he figures he's the one who's least likely to bathe, in the hopes of tracking them down later. Just then, the Hulk smashes through a wall and evens the odds for the wall crawler.
Oh, yeah!
As the Hulk clashes with Electro, Spider-Man asks the Hulk how he got there. He gives Spider-Man a glib answer as he can't tell Spider-Man that Delphi of the Pantheon sent him on this mission because it is 1992. As she saw Dr. Octopus taking over the world. The Hulk then takes down Electro, Mysterio, and Hobgoblin with single blows as Spider-Man fends off attacks from Dr. Octopus.
It's always about Doc Ock at the heart of things, so it's like he doesn't even need the other five. He doesn't. I don't like that Dr. Ock's his greatest enemy.
With me now.
Otto.
No, seriously. Like, are you happy with that?
What?
Like, there's other rogues, for lack of a better term, that have been around that could do just as much, if not more, but they just always give the spotlight to Doc Ock, and I just can't figure out why.
Oh, again, I mean, I think he really built his rep that 20-some years when everyone thought Norman was dead.
I guess.
He basically, before Venom showed up and when Norman was dead, Ock was basically.
I mean, believe me, I'd rather deal with Doc Ock than Venom. I appreciated the once a year, and then they abused the privilege. They abused the privilege. Now Venom is banned.
Well, now he's kind of an anti-hero.
He's banned. He's banned from the rest of the Spider-Verse. See Sony.
We'll get the King in Black tomorrow.
Oh, do we have to, Philip?
Hey, it's big news. Big news.
I know.
Otto smashes Spidey through the walls, surrounding equipment and the floor. Hulk goes after their foe, but is given away by his shadow, allowing Dr. Octopus to take hold of the Hulk and he tosses the wall crawler out of the warehouse and into the harbor. With the Hulk restrained, Dr. Octopus lashes into the Gamma Spawn monster, sending him crashing through a nearby wall.
Okay. I'm calling shenanigans.
Oh,
this is what I mean. They build him up, and it's like, does he really deserve this? I'm sorry, Charlie, but does he?
Oh, I was going to say, Peter David answers in kind, and I believe it's Incredible Hulk 395 and 396.
Yes.
Yeah, go pick that up, kids. Yeah, Hulk.
We're going to have to do that on like a comic capers. Like, hey, if you do a little cross promotion. Like, remember that conversation we had on Ultimate Spider-Cast 103? Here's the flip side of that.
He gives Otto the finger. With the two heroes defeated, Dr. Octopus takes the Sandman's inert form and invites the rest of the Sinister Six aboard his ship. As they escape,
me mateys.
The love boat. As they escape, he apologizes for his past betrayal, saying now he has come up with a plan that will assist them in taking over the world. He explains that what they need is what they. He explains what they need weapons. Okay.
It's pure. It's not peer reviewed, Philip. You get what you get.
And they will find those weapons in another dimension.
What? No, you need that home improvement noise.
All right, 19 Lilith Hellfire. Last time Doc was going to keep everyone from doing cocaine. Now he's going to raid weapons from another dimension. Okay.
It just gets more outlandish with each team up. And it's like I said, like I'm getting kind of tired of Doc getting all the spotlight. Like I don't like it now.
I told you, man. He's like always the contender. I mean, if he's not Spider-Man's number one foe, he's in the top 3.
Definitely, and I'm okay with that. But like, I just wish, like, I feel like every Sinister Sixmas, like, you know, or every Sinister Six gathering, somebody else should like be able to like bring them in, like, hey, because Doc Ock obviously lost the first 2 times, so why are we listening to him still? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he really didn't assemble them this time. It was the other members who tricked the Sandman into going after him.
Yeah,
They're all going to come after Ock, and Ock's like, okay, while you're here.
exactly. Well, maybe he was playing, 5D chess. Who knows?
While you're here, carry my bags for me, kids.
Basically, I mean, next to Vulture, he's like the oldest one in the room, so
That's true.
show some respect to your elders.
I was gonna say,
But yeah, no, I'm not crazy about this issue because it's like this big, like the first, like I'd say 6 pages were good, and then it kind of like fizzled out.
I mean, basically, it's just a giant fight. I mean, nothing else happens.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, it lived up to its name. There was no false advertising at all about that.
And again, the arms are adamantium, but it's like he beats the Hulk way too easy. I'm sorry, Charlie, but
Way too easy. I'm just like, I love you, Ock, but I gotta be truthful. I don't believe it. Somebody's a fanboy. Larson? And it's okay to be a fanboy. I mean, there's worse villains to get hyped up behind, to be honest, especially in the Spider-Man universe. So I'll let you have it this one time.
I don't think those are tentacles.
You better hope those are tentacles.
Oh. All right, so part 3 from Spider-Man 20. You'll know it by Spider-Man and his guns on the front page on the cover. Jeez. Oh Lord.
So 90s.
March 1992. The title Showdown.
Bum bum bum.
Anyway, so Nova. Oh Lord, not him again. Nova.
Where's Star Blaster?
Oh
wait, he's on the quantum zone. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Trying to plug you guys. Come on.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
They just finished the Star Blaster. Spoiler alert. So, 13 parts, guys. 13
That's right.
parts.
We're going to be wrapping up the Quasar ongoing soon.
It's not like there was a lot to begin with. You boys stretched that material out.
Hey, man, 60 issues. It's, Then we're gonna cover the first half of the series. Then we're gonna get the Squadron Supreme. Then we're gonna alternate old Quasar appearances and some old Marvel comics. Because I told you, I said for no other reason, I want those old Marvel issues just for the live reads. Matt Kona doing 70s Rick Jones. Come on.
Perfect. We'll have gold. It's gold, I tell you, gold.
Yeah, Daddy-O.
But yeah, I don't know. Next issue's better, at least.
The one after this one?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Buckethead. I mean, Nova, the New Warriors, has found Spider-Man floating in a river thanks to a tip from the police band radio that is inside of his helmet. The wall crawler explains his battle against the Sinister Six and assures Nova he'll be fine, but looks as though he barely survived the beating of his life. The threat of the...
Editor's note?
Wait, what?
No editor's note? I'm just checking.
Nope. The threat of the Sinister Six is more than last issue, I guess. The threat of the Sinister Six is more than he can handle alone. Unfortunately, just as Spider-Man is about to ask Nova for help, the New Warrior flies off to answer a distress signal from his teammates. Yeah, right.
See you later, bunkies.
And if that wasn't enough 90s goodness for you so far, kids, elsewhere, Deathlock is in New York investigating.
Oh my God! Why? Why though? They're just trying it. You get a cameo and you get a cameo and your book needs sales.
It gets worse before we're done, Lil.
Oh, I know.
Elsewhere, Deathlock is in New York investigating the rogue cyborg that Spidey and Ghost Rider had battled previously. Issue 18. Apparently, the government is working on a cyborg program, and Deathlock wants to get to the bottom of it. Meanwhile,
A cyborg.
booyah. Meanwhile, the Sinister Six have caught the attention of the anti-terrorist vigilante known as Solo. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Deep breath. We'll get through it, kiddo.
Whom has marked them as terrorists and are now targets of his. Yes, for those of you who don't know, kids, Solo is like the Punisher, just not with the sparkly personality.
Yikes. That's scary to think about, but also true.
Yeah, I mean, Frank is basically a smiley, happy, whatever. And compared
Frank's basically Ryan Reynolds compared to that guy.
Oh my Lord, put that in the atmosphere. Although I want Barenthal back.
Of course, of course.
Can't protect the brick. Anyway.
Justice for Thomas Jane.
All right, so Solo, who has marked them as terrorists and now targets of his. At the moment, the Hulk has recovered and from his own beating at the hands of Dr. Octopus, frightening the police who have arrived on the scene.
Shenanigans.
The Hulk is furious and leaps away, vowing to smash Dr. Octopus when next they meet. By this time, I just love all you have to do is laugh, and I'm like, okay, I got the message.
Smash it.
By this time, Peter Parker has returned home and is working on new web cannons.
Boo!
As he works, his wife Mary Jane comes in with her own cannons.
And in that moment, we all miss John Byrne.
Burn.
His wife Mary Jane expresses concern about his health. He assures her that he's fine, but wishes that he had some help against the Sinister Six. He had called the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, who were unavailable, and doesn't know how to get a hold of anyone else. No one's calling Westchester. She tries to take
Exactly.
She tries to take her mind. She tries to take his mind off things, but has to run off again because of another screen test for the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, much to Peter's disappointment. Later, Spider-Man is no wonder I'm out there getting beat on. Later, Spider-Man is searching for the Sinister Six, prepared with a huge canister of web fluid on his back for the cannons he designed. Man,
So discreet.
That's a
So subtle. He's got nothing to prove. That's not a whipping measuring contest.
Got a lot of web fluid, man. His wife set that screen test.
A lot of pent up frustration, you know.
As the hero passes the Daily Bugle, Solo teleports atop the newspaper sign to attract Spider-Man's attention. Solo asks for Spider-Man's help to kill the Sinister Six.
That's not Spider-Man's bag, and you damn well know it, Solo.
I was going to say, why wouldn't you go to the Punisher? But you're afraid he might shoot you down for stealing his act.
Exactly. There's only room for one! As time has panned out to be the truth.
As the wall crawler is against the murder, he turns Solo down and swings away. However, as the web slinger leaves, Solo tags him with a track. How does it feel, Peter? Solo tagged him with a tracking device so he can find him later. Spider-Man follows the
His spider sense still went off, but I'm gonna let it go. Let it go.
Well, it wasn't danger.
Being followed and traced, yes, that's danger.
I don't know. Until we get shot at, I don't know. Spider-Man follows. Hey, it's reinforcement. Come on. Spider-Man follows the Spider Tracer signal he planted on the Hobgoblin. He tracks the Sinister Six to a private research facility that experiments in other dimensions. Good work.
Why is it always other dimensions with you, Spider-Man? Why is it always other dimensions?
Hey, this year everyone wants to get to another dimension.
Seriously, Mandela, switch me back, please, for the love of God. I just want to go home where it's spelled Berenstein.
Tapping my way downtown.
Nope, that's for Daredevil. It's flipping my way downtown for Spider-Man. Get it right, fellow.
His plan is to sneak up on the team and blanket the entire place in webbing.
Release some pent up sexual tension.
Oh, wait. What are you saying?
A couple of balls down the gob.
Rumpy pumpy.
Unfortunately, he's spotted by Dr. Octopus before he can act. The hero unloads both cannons, but Otto blocks the attack with his MacGuffins and adamantium arms, and then proceeds to tear open the web gluing containers on the hero's back. Trapped in his own webbing. Oh, that ain't what happened.
Oh God, the embarrassment! Could you imagine?
Spider-Man.
Oh, the shame, the horror.
Spider-Man struggles to break free. That's when Solo teleports onto the scene with guns blazing. Solo apparently mows down the rest of the Sinister Six. Spider-Man breaks free and tries to stop Dr. Octopus when suddenly the warehouse explodes. This entire
Another one? God, they can't keep a warehouse, can they?
It's the 90s, man. Someone's probably walking away from it in slow motion. This entire battle was an illusion created by Mysterio.
Mysterio!
As the real Sinister Six retreats from the remains of the facility, Dr. Octopus commends the illusionist for a job well done. Back in the ruins of the research facility, Solo has been tricked into thinking Spider-Man is Dr. Octopus. As approaching Spider-Man's unconscious body, Solo prepares to shoot.
On. It's called Spider-Man, not Solo!
So,
The only Solo I like is Han Solo. Thank you very much. And he shot first, and you can at me if you want to.
what did you think, Lilith Hellfire?
Better than the previous issue, but not as good as the next. We really could have used less Solo.
True.
But I like the Mysterio illusion, even though I saw it coming.
Of course, I'm looking at the notes here. Of course, it's the 90s. So what, the mysterious cyborg from the first issue, what's his name? Cyborg X.
Yeah, I was going to say, a cyborg X, if you will.
Should have called him 90s, man. Jeez.
Just put a pouch and a big gun on him. He's good to go.
Pouches, boob windows, and long boxes. That should be. Oh, that's a Patreon show. Pouches, boob windows, and long boxes.
Go for it.
Or uncensored Power Girl show. Come on, Lilith Hellfire.
Only on HBO Max.
All the teenage boys will be sending us their money. Come on.
Boo.
All right, so let's get to the next issue, which Lilith liked better. So Spider-Man 21. Oh, good Lord, that cover.
It's a good cover. Don't you dare make fun of that cover.
Just the eyepiece. Oh, my God. The title, Dealing Arms.
Get out. Go home. Take care of your child. That was the ultimate dad joke.
That's the
Larson!
Any book with Dr. Octopus in it named Dealing Arms.
Get out. Just get out. See yourself out right now. Go sit in the corner and think about what you just did.
The only thing that could have made it worse was if Doc Ock was like practicing to be a casino dealer or something at that point.
The little poker night. Little visor, little bands on his arms.
Oh, Lord. All right. So, thanks to Mysterio's illusion, Solo is about to fatally shoot Spider-Man as he had been fooled into thinking that it is Dr. Octopus he's killing. Before he can pull the trigger, however, Solo was hit by multiple gunshots from behind. Who's that, Lilith Hellfire? He recovers quickly and attempts to return the gunfire, but is tagged by more shots that take out his weaponry and the bulk of his Kevlar armor.
Who could it be now?
Weaponless and bleeding badly, Solo has no choice but to cut his losses and teleport out of there. So he's a cross between Punisher and Deadpool, with no personality.
And that's why he doesn't have a book today. But hey, you never know. Disney Plus needs all the Marvel action they could get.
I don't think Fox even wants Solo.
Well, Fox is no more. So.
Oh, true. Well, so I don't see Sony making a Solo movie.
Yeah, they're too busy trying to get a Black Cat or Silver Sable movie out. So we'll see how Morbius is. So
yeah. That needs to go digital.
Ain't
Same.
nobody going to the movies for that. I'm just saying.
Exactly. As it turns out, Spider-Man was saved by the timely arrival of the mysterious Cyborg X. Meanwhile,
Cyborg.
X. Wasn't that what they were going
It's to differentiate, okay?
Cyborg X, no, not Cable. Meanwhile,
Are we sure this isn't Young Cable? Are we sure? They have about a much the same personality during this time frame.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a Disney Plus. I think did Charlie and I say that the Disney Plus series, Young Cable, and you have like Josh Brolin doing the voiceovers.
I mean, voiceover work is great if you can get it as an actor. I would not doubt it. But what I really want to see is justice for Bishop. Damn it! I say it every time you bring up Kevin. Like, no, we need a Bishop show. Oh wait, we already have a Kate Bishop show, so I guess that's not happening.
Hashtag feminism, Lilith Hellfire.
I mean, I'm down for the Hawkeye show. Just kind of surprised that they're calling it Hawkeye, and he's not going to really be in it.
Well, she's going to be Hawkeye.
Okay.
Did you see that? Hey, Lilith Hellfire. Did you see that picture? We even get Pizza Dog. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yay! They're trying it. I hope she crosses over with Miss Marvel. That'd be cool.
Come for the archery. Stay for the dog, Lilith Hellfire.
That's how you get them.
It's not like you. Meanwhile, having escaped their encounter with Spider-Man and Solo unharmed, the Sinister Six make their way into another dimension for weapons. There is still a lot of mistrust among them, but Electro's suggestion that they follow through with Dr. Octopus's plan. At the Parker home, Mary Jane wakes up to find that her husband didn't come home last night. Yeah, and you were out naked half the night, so what? She thinks about the possibility of landing a role in the next Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. As the role requires Mary Jane to do a nude scene, she realizes how much her new role bothers Peter. Although it would be great for her career, Mary Jane realizes that it is petty compared to the dangers her husband faces every day as Spider-Man. Noticing the date, Mary Jane finally remembers that Peter's birthday is coming up and she still needs to buy him a gift. Meanwhile, Spider-Man wakes up in a lab with what looks like a cybernetic arm, a new eyepiece, and multiple stitches.
Oh no.
Franken Spider. He was brought there by Cyborg X after rescuing him from Solo. A scientist named Oscar McDonald explains that
if Oscar Mayer and McDonald's had a baby, there you go.
Not McDonald explains that Cyborg X had some malfunctions with his computer programming and was reliving the few hours prior to his death in a military operation in the Middle East. One of the last things.
Uh-oh. A couple of movies owe this comic book some money.
Looking at you, Universal Soldier. One of the last things he remembers was Spider-Man helping him, so he helped the hero in return. Supposedly, Dr. McDonald performed all of Spidey's repairs without removing his costume and erased his biorhythm from Cyborg X's programming, all in an effort to project a degree of simple trustworthiness in the U.S. government, which has had a bad rap ever since Watergate.
4 more years.
Spider-Man's questions are deflected, and he is merely told that the government is on his side. He's uneasy about Care Labs existing and creating people like Cyborg X, no matter what their good intentions. Of course, that would be the government. Care Labs creating weapons. Okay.
When you want to be Star Labs, but you got to switch it up and make it different.
Care Bear Labs. His concerns are put to rest for the moment with the presence of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Dum Dum Dugan. Convinced
Yay! The best Dugan!
A redhead and a mustache. Convinced that there is no secret supervillain behind these experiments, Spidey leaves to go after the Sinister Six once again. On his way out of Care Labs, Spider-Man runs into Deathlock. Spider-Man confuses him for the Deathlock he met in an alternate future.
Boo.
Deathlock doesn't...
Editor's note? No?
Oh, yes. The future one was Luther Manning in Marvel Team Up 46. Deathlock doesn't understand the reference because they have never met. The cyborg explains that he became what he is against his will, and that many of the people involved with Cybertech, the company that created him, now work for Care Labs. Because Michael Collins was turned into Deathlock in Deathlock #1.
No one cares. Literally, no one cares. Sorry, Phil.
I mean, I didn't read Deathlock. Come on. Even I didn't read Deathlock. But again, you could figure, Deathlock 1. Yeah, figure that's where it happened. Spider-Man is not surprised that not everything is kosher with Care Labs. They're Jewish, but has the Sinister Six to worry about. Deathlock then offers his help in exchange for Spider-Man's...
I don't like those implications.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Deathlock offers his help in exchange for Spider-Man's assistance in investigating Care Labs, needing allies to help take down his foes because the Avengers and Fantastic Four are sitting down on the job. Those fantastic F-boys. Spider-Man accepts Deathlock's offer.
Whipping boys.
I was like, well, no, remember 2 episodes back?
Oh, yeah.
Listen 2 episodes back to get that F-boys joke. Tracking the Spider Tracer he planted on Hobgoblin because he obviously never bathes, Spider-Man leads Deathlock to the lab of the Sinister Six. Leads to the lab the Sinister Six were invading in... Oh, my lord. They were invading a lab in that hive of scum and villainy, New Jersey.
New Jersey!
That's a New Jersey drop. Oh no, I need that hive of scum and villainy drop. Deathlock computers.
Get Rob to say it.
Oh, he'll ham it up. Yeah, good idea. I'll be like, tell me, we're talking about New Jersey. Oh, I'll ham it up.
Mark my words.
Deathlock's computer scanned the facility and he finds no trace of the Sinister Six, who had just recently entered a dimensional doorway inside. Storming the facility, they are attacked by robot drones that the Six have left for anyone following. The pair easily takes down the robots, and in the aftermath, Spider-Man is surprised by Deathlock's savagery when he has claimed to be a pacifist. Deathlock explains that he has a capacity for violence and that sometimes it scares him. The heroes decide to enter the same alternate dimension that the Sinister Six went through to find them. The alternate dimension is a...
Zip that dimension up and let it be! Don't let them come back!
I know, but I think Spider-Man was worried about innocent people on the other side. The ultimate dimension is a nightmare with over 100,000 corpses left behind by the Sinister... Why did they not give them the chair? Other dimension.
No one could stop them because they didn't have spider webbing.
What, web cannons?
Exactly.
Spider-Man finds proof that they were there when he discovers the discarded spider tracer that he planted on Hobgoblin. They also left behind a bomb, which is detected by the wall crawler when he's warned by his spider sense. Spider-Man and Deathlock outrun the trap and escape the exploding building virtually unharmed. With no other leads, the pair decides to return to Care Labs. Returning to Care Labs, they find it out. Man, this issue's jam-packed again. Returning to Care Lab, they find it under attack by the Sinister Six, visibly killing any in their way with their new high-tech weapons. Deathlock goes after Electro, but is quickly taken out by the villain's new electric upgrades. Meanwhile, Spider-Man fends off one of 100 robots the Six have brought back to this dimension with them. The wall crawler is knocked back onto the corpse of Cyborg X and is horrified to find that he is dead. Deathlock presses the attack despite
that was quick.
We don't need that plot device anymore. Deathlock presses the attack despite the fact that his computer interface has been neutralized by Electro. Suddenly, the facility is rocked by an explosion that knocks Spider-Man back and buries Deathlock under tons of rubble. As the Sinister Six escape in their ship, Spider-Man manages to tag it with a spider tracer before trying to take Deathlock out. Later, Mary Jane doing the laundry when she hears a crash in the other room. When she goes to investigate, she is horrified to see the state of her husband, who is passed out on the floor. So, Lilith.
Didn't need Deathlock.
No, I'm looking at the continuity notes. The Gulf War. However, this should be considered a topical reference per the...
Nope.
This should be considered a topical reference per the...
Screw you, it's not sliding time yet. Screw you. You say that when it's in like 2030. I remember that. I watched it on CNN. No, not sliding time. Screw you.
Yeah, but Spider-Man wasn't battling these guys 20 years ago.
Sure he was. Just in a different dimension.
I know.
Get it?
And it was closer to 30, Lilith.
I know.
Get it?
I'm old. I don't care.
Just so you know, Grandma.
Get off my lawn.
All right. So should we get to part 5?
If we have to.
With the most...
The penultimate.
Take a
You can
drink.
take that drink.
With the second most cash grabby cover. Wait till
Oh my God.
wait,
Not like the cover. It's the best thing about this issue. So
wait for the finale. Wait for the last issue. That'll be a bigger
yes.
grabby cover. All right, so this one titled "The Sixth Member."
Phrase it?
All right, at their hideout in that hive of scum and villainy, New Jersey. The Sinister Six are running exercises with their new weapons in an abandoned warehouse. Dr. Octopus wants to see what his partners are capable of with the new firepower, but the Vulture isn't buying it. He argues that they are all supposed to be...
I hope the Vulture got some anti-aging pills when he was there.
Some Viagra. He argues that they are all supposed to be partners in this and not Otto's lackeys. Electro tries to calm him down, but Vulture becomes suspicious that Electro might be loyal to Dr. Octopus.
I sent some subtext.
No backbone. Meanwhile, Peter wakes up at home under the care of his wife, Mary Jane. He assures his wife that he is fine, that his cybernetic arm is only a cast to help heal a hairline fracture he sustained earlier. He tells his wife about his ongoing attempts to stop the newly reformed Sinister Six, particularly the most recent attempt to stop them with the cyborg.
Don't you just love a recap and a penultimate issue, guys? Don't you just love it?
Hey, baby, let me tell you what I've been up to. Exhausted, all Peter wants to do is rest, but when he finally looks at his wife, he asks her what she is doing.
He's like, you didn't pose naked yet, did you? Tell me you didn't do it, baby. I'll let the world burn if you did.
I saved the world. That is for me. Back in that hive of scum and villainy, New Jersey. As Ray's sitting there thinking, is New Jersey that bad? Yes, it is. Right.
Not as bad as Detroit, but you know.
Oh,
come on.
Not by much, but yes. The Vulture is becoming increasingly paranoid because he's an old man. And all old people are paranoid. Since the Sandman had been turned into glass earlier, the Vulture fears that one of his teammates might betray him in the same way. In Manhattan, Mary Jane is sewing up a new Spider-Man costume since the only one left that he hasn't destroyed is his black costume.
Yay!
Because Mary Jane thinks the black costume is awful. Because
racist.
Well,
I'm kidding. It was a joke. Don't at me, please.
Because after Venom frightened her in Amazing 300. Peter is concerned that she'll make the eye holes too small or forget the red spider symbol on the back. But she assures him that it will be made to the letter.
Okay, so start your own fashion line, Mary Jane. Hello. Hello.
Oh, there you go. So she's the.
You can ask Patsy Walker for some freaking advice and stuff. Yeah, there you go.
She'd be the Gambia.
You can get She-Hulk to be your lawyer. See, just saying, get all the gals together.
Mary Jane has the whole. She provides all the superhero costumes. Just need some unstable molecules. There you go.
Can't be stepping on the Fantastic Four territory.
Like, well, she can buy that from Reed, but then she makes the. All right. Meanwhile, in that hive of scum and villainy, the other members of the Sinister Six become concerned about the Hobgoblin's mental state as his religious mania is reaching a fevered pitch.
You should have been worrying about that the whole time.
So,
a little too late to be worried about it now, buddy.
Gobble gobble.
More like cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
They're worried that inviting Pat Robertson on the team might not be working out. Dr. Octopus assures his teammates that once their mission is complete, the Hobgoblin will be dealt with. At the Parker home, Peter finishes freshening up, and the couple are having a mundane conversation about their tastes in music. Artists mentioned are...
Mary Jane definitely likes Whitesnake. That's all I'm saying.
Hey-o. Yes, because they mentioned Guns N' Roses, Elvis Costello, Elton John, Nick Lowe, Dave Edmonds, MC
I
Hammer.
don't know who any of these people are.
You don't know MC Hammer?
Okay, one person.
You don't know Elton John?
I mean, I know him, but I don't know any of his songs.
Guns N' Roses? You don't know Elton John? Rocket Man?
Sweetie, you've seen me. You know. I don't have to say. It's not my bag, baby.
Oh, good Lord.
Like I don't feel like they went in deep enough.
Extreme, Prince, NXS, and the Fine Young Cannibals.
I know that one song. One hit wonders. I wonder, now it's going to make me want to listen to the whole album. I
Oh,
wonder if Amazon Music has it.
I was going to say, I know Elton John's on Amazon Music. When they start talking about movies, it reminds Mary Jane to tell Peter that the director for the upcoming Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh, why are you going to go ruin a good time, woman?
I know, we were all. Now we're just. Meanwhile, the Sinister Six have finished preparing for their true mission, attacking and taking over a Hydra-controlled satellite. Oh.
We're doing this again? Fine.
Otto's like,
Fine.
Hail Hydra, my behind, man. I want it all. Before they leave, Hobgoblin asks what they should do with their former teammate, Sandman, who is still trapped in glass form. Yeah, would he be a player this arc, Sandman? Dr. Octopus responds by
He's in the best position possible,
Exactly. We were talking about this last week. Dr. Octopus responds by shattering the Sandman. In New York, Mary Jane tells Peter...
Hateful. Just hateful.
Exactly. Mary Jane tells Peter she's taking the role. This upsets him because he is uncomfortable with the idea of her having to do nude scenes in the film. Peter's concerned about everyone they know that will see her nude when the new movie is released.
It's just going to be a butt shot. Who cares?
Are we sure?
It's the 90s. That's all you get is backside, bro. Maybe a little side boob.
I thought you got full boob in the 90s.
I'll have to go back, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly side boob.
I don't know, some R movies. I thought you got full boob. Come on. Well, I don't know. In a Schwarzenegger movie, yeah, you might be right, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Honestly, outside of Predator, not Predator. Yeah, Predator. I'm trying to think.
Well, Species.
What R movies did he really do that were
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Honestly, R-rated movies from the early 90s are basically PG-13 in 2020.
All right.
For the most part.
So. All right. Are you ready? Brace yourself. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of boobs in a lot of Schwarzenegger's movies unless you count Rob Southgate and Jingle All the Way. Hey!
Oh, and it is the season to bring that reference up.
Yes.
Nobody tell Rob, seriously, he'll fire us.
Go back and look at my history.
Well, I'm just waiting for Sean Paul to be like, "Oh, did Rob ever hear that?"
It was Philip. It wasn't me.
But Peter is also worried about potential stalkers such as Hal Goldman, who is now in prison.
Editor's note.
Remember him from last episode? Mary Jane is made furious by her husband's lack of support. Meanwhile, Solo has recovered from his wounds sustained during his last clash with the Sinister Six.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Take a dip in his Lazarus pit. This is only a minor setback, and he is determined to track down Dr. Octopus.
My death was greatly over-reported.
Reports of my demise were greatly exaggerated. Later, Spider-Man is putting on his new costume and is pleased that it fits perfectly. Despite the fact that Mary Jane is still upset with him, she tells him to be careful when news reports that the Sinister Six are on the move again. When he tries to call the Fantastic Four or the Avengers, he discovers that they are out of town, of course.
Of course.
Taking the weapon that can convert...
Are you not going to go to upstate New York? You're not going to go to upstate New York? Okay.
We don't need no spooky muties. I guess because we had Solo, but I was going to say, I'm surprised the 90s books. I'm surprised the Punisher didn't show up. Taking the Wolverine. Well, Yeah, where's Wolverine? If you're not going to do the rest of the X-Men, where's Wolverine? Taking the weapon that can convert Sandman back to normal, Spider-Man decides his best chance is to locate the Sandman and free him. Wow, with
Good
the
luck.
yeah, need a dustpan, bro. While at the remains of Care Lab's S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are digging through the debris, one of them finds Deathlock, who's been buried under a pile of rubble during his last clash with the Sinister Six. Although the cyborg is alive, his body still needs to run repairs after his systems were compromised by Electro's powers. While at the Manhattan facility where Hydra controls their satellites, the Sinister Six attacked the terrorist group. Outside, the authorities have gathered to try and contain the situation. When Spider-Man arrives, he is surprised to see that the crisis has also drawn out the Hulk, Ghost Rider, and Sleepwalker.
Okay, maybe not Sleepwalker, but everybody else we're excited for.
Yes, because Spider-Man points out that, except with the exception of Wolverine, with Sleepwalker taking his place, it is almost the reunion of the short-lived new Fantastic Four that formed in
Nobody wants to remember that. That was not cool. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm a sucker for the classics, and that was not cool.
That was so 90s. It hurts.
Real bad. It cut me, bro.
Oh, jeez. No, you were ready to cut somebody.
Cut me, bro.
Yeah.
The group agrees to work together and storms the facility. The heroes engage their foes, but Ghost Rider is ambushed by Dr. Octopus because, of course, he's invincible this arc. While Sleepwalker is destroying the Sinister Six's robots with his eye beams, Electro is able to ambush him as well. Ghost Rider goes after the Hobgoblin, leaving Dr. Octopus for the Hulk. As the battle rages, Sleepwalker suddenly fades away. No stamina, much to the surprise of his teammates. This is because his human host, Rick Sheridan, has been awoken by his dog Rambo, who needs to go out.
I can relate.
I was going to say, Lilith. Although I wish those damn dogs would wake you up more.
When I'm tired, they're tired for the most part. Please either way.
Meanwhile, Spider-Man's cybernetic cast is blasted off his body, which is just as well because the hero's arm is fully healed. However, okay, again, whoever's writing this, it should be HORO''S, not OES. Spider-Man is not more than one hero. However, the tide of the battle is turned when Dr. Octopus unleashes the sixth member of the Sinister.
You know what? Why don't you edit a wiki page, Philip? How about that? Stop being so damn judgmental and go edit it your damn self.
I'm sorry, I'm a fan of the English language. All right. But the sixth
Getting old, bro. Getting old.
Back in my day. Alicia,
Grammar meant something.
again, literally like 20 years ago when I stumbled across this little website called the Quantum Zone.
What about our Quasar podcast?
I did. I
Quantum
told Will, I'm like, I remember I discovered that website like 20 years ago. Almost like this fate. But yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
Unleashes the sixth member of the Sinister Six, the massive alien known as Gog.
Wow.
Who now is Peter Parker's house pet.
That is tough.
So, Lilith Hellfire. Could this get any more 90s?
No. Actually,
this last issue is going to be more 90s.
yeah, I was gonna say outside of the last issue, no. This just was like oozing 90s. All you needed was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Ranger crossover. You'd have been all set.
But again, I get them not putting Punisher in this. I mean, if you want to go full 90s, I get Punisher's not there.
Like I said, they're doing all the like, hey, your book could use a boost.
And I mean, I guess he doesn't.
Sleepwalker, get out.
And I guess he doesn't need a boost, but why wouldn't you put Wolverine in this? I mean, that's like the only, besides the Punisher, that's like the only 90s thing.
That's the only thing we were missing.
And if people need a boost, I mean, where's Quasar and Moon Knight? Come on. It's not
Begging. Their story writers like, can we get a Spidey? Can we get a Spidey cameo? No. Anybody? Daredevil? We'll settle for Daredevil.
Oh my lord.
Wolverine? Nobody's available? Poor guys.
I know. It's so 90s. I don't know why Wolverine wouldn't be in here.
Maybe they were trying to keep the mutants separate for a change.
Somebody doesn't like muties.
Larson.
All right, so subtle title. This one, Spider-Man 23, Part 6, Confrontation.
About damn time, but we have been having a tad bit of fisticuffs. I don't know what how this confrontation will be different. Oh wait, it's the final issue. Wonder who will win. Will it become the Sinister Six-Miss book, or will it stay a Spider-Man book? We don't know. Let's find out.
White suit Otto. Lilith Hellfire, you're ridiculous. When would Otto Octavius ever headline a Spider-Man book?
Couple years down the line. Don't worry, it'll come. It'll happen.
Decade or two, yeah. Much to Charlie Esther's joy.
Exactly.
With his allies, the Hulk, Ghost Rider, and Sleepwalker defeated by the Sinister Six, Spider-Man has to face his most deadly foes alone. The deadly foes of Spider-Man?
Get it.
This is made more complicated by the addition of the alien Gog and an army of Hydra agents.
Oh, God.
The battle has attracted media attention, and as a news report of the battle broadcast on television, it attracts the attention
You hit the big time, kid.
elsewhere.
Jonah's going to be pissed.
Where's my pictures, Selfie King? Elsewhere in the city, Mary Jane has gone to talk to the studio executives that are in charge of the latest Arnold Schwarzenegger movie to talk them into cutting the nude scenes that she has agreed to do in the film. This is because her husband Peter is upset by these scenes and
This is not going to do anything for your career, sister.
about how their family would react to her doing such scenes, even though she doesn't care what they think, as it is her body and her career. Mary Jane wonders why she's even doing this. As the
Hashtag fake feminism. Okay.
As the executives call her into the office, Mary Jane hopes that this doesn't ruin her career. Back at the scene of the battle, Spider-Man is finding himself increasingly on the defensive as he is outnumbered by the Sinister Six and their army of robots and advanced weapons. When all seems lost, because the cameras are here, now we can show up. Spider-Man is rescued by the sudden arrival of the Fantastic Four.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, First Family, for gracing us with your presence.
Well, the cameras are there now.
Exactly.
Johnny's
Johnny's like, we got to go.
We're not going to do it for no publicity. This is followed by the appearance of both Nova and Solo.
Okay, sure. I'll allow it.
With the numbers turned so suddenly, Mysterio tries to keep the odds in their favor by creating illusions that make the heroes appear as members of the Sinister Six so that they fight each other. Things get worse when Ghost Rider and the Hulk both revive and join the fight as well. By this point, Spider-Man is being tricked into thinking that all of his allies are dead. The illusions come to an abrupt end by the arrival of Deathlock, who knocks out Mysterio.
And he's back!
The battle rages on, but the heroes are still on the defensive thanks to the massive size of Gog.
Hell.
Look how big it is.
Thank you, Ray.
It was just a really nice package.
Whoa. Solo decides to turn the tables by blasting the creature with a bazooka in an attempt
Excuse you. You said bazooka.
Oh. Sorry, Ray. I didn't want to do it, but you made me.
The big bazooka.
I forgot all about Ray's big bazooka. Thank you, love.
You know I'm never one to forget a big bazooka, so.
Ew. What a Christmas. Merry Sixmas, everyone.
Merry Thwippin' Sixmas. You filthy animals.
You're stocking your stuffing. You're stuffing your stocking. Horrified that Solo would just kill so wantonly, he tries to take Solo down, but the vigilante teleports away. Without the strength of Gog, the Sinister Six begin falling at the hands of the combined heroes. Seeing that the battle is lost, Vulture and Hobgoblin retreat. Furious, Dr. Octopus attempts to activate the Hydra platform to destroy the Earth. However, Mr. Fantastic had already disabled the Doomsday weapons controls. This leaves Octavius open to an attack from the Hulk. Didn't Mr. Fantastic unplug it? Way to science there, bro. The rest of the Sinister Six goes down easily, leaving only Dr. Octopus left to subdue. That's when the Sandman, who has... Thank you. I said this last week, who had reassembled his shattered glass form, arrives and showers his former ally with shards of glass.
Now that's badass.
Mhm.
Doesn't make sense, but that's better.
Hey, he can control all his molecules when he's
Instead of snow, we get shattered glass. How appropriate.
Oh, nice. Spider-Man scolds the Sandman for such a vicious attack as it could have killed Otto, but the Sandman believes that the notorious criminal deserves worse. In the
I
absence,
agree. Sorry, Charlie.
oh, sorry, Charlie.
We're doing me now.
The villains are put in important police custody, and Mr. Fantastic begins coming up with a means of dealing with Gog. With Sandman restored to normal, Spider-Man reminds him that real heroes don't kill, and if he has truly reformed, he's going to have to prove that he's a hero. Later, Peter and Mary Jane are out for a walk. After Peter explains the aftermath of his battle with the Sinister Six, Mary Jane tells him that she turned down the role. Peter is shocked and asks why she did that. Mary Jane tells him that when she went to talk to the movie executives, it became very clear that they only cast her for her physical appearance and not her acting ability.
You don't say. Get out of town. Shut the front door.
Mary Jane decides that she deserves more than being eye candy for Arnold Schwarzenegger's drooling fan base. Oh, she's calling all you teenage boys on. When they finally arrive at home, Peter discovers that Mary Jane had organized a surprise birthday party for him and invited all their friends and family. Seeing how Mary Jane kept this a secret, Peter thinks his wife is the best actress he knows.
Aww. Yeah, you better say that, Peter.
I gave up a job for you.
Exactly.
So
I like the way this one ended. This one was cool. This is the best ending out of all the Sinister Six issues for me so far. So.
Yes, I believe Gog doesn't return until this Nick Spencer run. So
yeah, I mean, I can take it or leave it on that one. It's not that big of a deal. But it was the fight was very 90s.
Oh,
very cash grabby, but like I could appreciate it.
Again, we're smack in the 1992, so of course. I mean, did you like the art?
Of course, like that's one thing that I'm never really that upset about.
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man book, usually there's very few exceptions.
Yeah, but yeah, I always thought Larson usually did a good job with Spider-Man.
Well, it's because he has such a he's doing the penciling and and everything else. He has a lot of control, and I think that's why it's such a very like straightforward story. It's his story. He doesn't have to like contend with other people's ideas and stuff.
Does it
compromises?
Have someone interpret. Yeah.
So like if you can do both, that's always great. It's tiring, and you're cutting deadlines probably pretty short, but.
And I
think it's a lot more fulfilling sometimes.
Yeah, and visually it's probably good too because I think he inked and penciled too. So
yeah, which really can make or break a book, along with like shading and stuff. But yeah, I love the artwork. I love the it was a very fast paced story. Like a lot happened in every issue, even though some of it was cash grabby. I'm sure those were editorial mandates. Can't be mad about it. And I like that Marvel is not afraid to show that their universe is connected as long as you're not a damn filthy mutie.
oh.
I mean, outside of Wolverine, it's like now we're gonna keep you guys in the corner. Shh.
Well, Wolverine sold at least at this point, Wolverine sold the best. I mean,
yeah, exactly. You can understand why. It's just like the rest of y'all just stay over there until we call you for a big event.
That was like
until you get the apocalypses and the extinction, you just stay over there.
I mean, you look at Marvel Comics Presents, when they started out, at least one story had to be one of the X-Men, and then eventually it just became, Wolverine has to be in every issue.
He's the effing Wolverine.
I'm the effing Wolverine.
So yeah, no, like this one, like I said, this had the best ending. This was definitely the most fast-paced out of all the issues so far that we've discussed. So.
Oh yeah.
Good way to end our Sinister Sixmas.
That's right.
A party. Peter gets a party. And we know how Mary Jane loves to throw a party and how they get down.
That's right. Party time.
No Aunt May, so I'm happy.
Wait, wasn't she in that? I thought she was on that last page.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, we didn't have to have a focus on her.
We didn't have dialogue.
Doc Ock. Googly-eyed over Doc Ock. So.
Oh, my.
It's ting ting ting-a-lid, ting ting ting-a-lid.
Definitely. So, hope you guys have a Merry Thwippin' Christmas.
That's
Or have had, however this works out.
yeah, this might be before Christmas. This should be before Christmas, I believe.
Well, if it's before Christmas that you're listening to this, please do check out our gift guide for some last minute gift ideas for your nerd in your life.
Ooh. Burn.
But before we get to all those shameless plugs, I guess Phil can tell you what's ahead and all that good stuff.
That's right. Next time, of course, it'll be the what Lilith playfully calls the Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest. Of course, because yes, me, Matt, and Ray will be talking. Let me pull up the schedule here. I believe it's Spider-Man 57 and Spectacular Spider-Man 223.
Is
And
that part? Wait,
What?
when's 100 coming out, or is it already out?
what? Episode 100?
Yeah.
It's already out.
Okay.
101 was this week, Lilith.
Okay, I don't know.
The first part of Sinister 6 Minutes came out this. Oh my god! And again,
We've been recording back to back so much. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
But I will recommend even the Lilith Hellfire. Go back and listen to 101. I was listening to it a couple of days ago. It is hilarious. Just us and the material given to us. It was just.
Oh yeah. Okay, I will definitely.
And again,
I've got nothing but time after the 17th to catch up on everything. So.
and so next week will be Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest, and then of course December wraps up with the Thwippies, which we've already recorded with Ray's feedback. But if you would like to send your thoughts on what you liked about Spider-Man in 2020, send it to us. We can read it in the beginning of the year.
For Flash in the January.
Oh, that's right. Here, let me open this up. Yes, so I'll give you the rundown for January too. So we opened the year with Amazing Spider-Man number 5. That's right, from 1963.
Good luck finding that one to read.
Another Stan Lee, Steve Ditko.
Better get yourself some Marvel Unlimited, kids. Better ask your parents for or your loved ones for some Marvel Unlimited cash.
I was going to say, or I have the it's been reprinted in the Essentials, and I'm sure it's been reprinted a few times.
Dude, thanks to 2020, a lot of like local comic book shops have been like wiped out of everything.
Oh, really?
As has Amazon. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And then week 2 will be Web of Spider-Man 40 through 43. Betty Brand, Flash Thompson, Occult.
What more could Lilith want?
Oh, Lord, I can't wait for that one. And then week 3, Spectacular Spider-Man 148.
Ooh.
The only Inferno issue that didn't have Spider-Man in it, really. Night of the Living Ned.
Modern comics could never.
Exactly. And then, of course, we'll wrap up January with The Mark of Cain.
Oh, boy.
That
one's a little more intense than the rest of them, but I'll allow it.
Oh, look at her mitten. She read some Clone Saga. All right.
I mean, I of course I did. You had to.
I know.
Didn't mean I have to like it.
Anyway, so should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
So again, yes, I'll be back next week with the boys to do some Scarlet Spider. We said the Thwippies already pre-recorded, so send us your thoughts. Again, Thwippies, you can send us all your thoughts on 2020. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can find links to all of our various social media. Oh, our Web of Spider-Man Facebook group. Go join. I think we're, as of this recording, we're 5 members away from 600.
Come on, guys. Let's do it.
That's right. Come on, kids.
And also go leave some reviews. Rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcast.
That's right.
Anywhere where find your podcasts at.
That's right. If you're listening to this on the podcast or however you're listening to it, leave a review. But you can find all the various Capes and Lunatics social media, links to our YouTube channel. You can watch this video, links to the merch. Cha-ching.
Stay
And
hydrated, my friends.
link to the Patreon. Keep your eye on the Patreon. Big things are coming.
Hey-o.
Capes and Lunatics After Dark. That's all I'll say.
Nobody tell Rob Hour.
Lilith Hellfire Uncensored.
Yikes.
That's right.
It's a flipping good time, guys.
Did nobody tell Rob Hour? What did you say?
Shh.
But yes, find links to all of it all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio.
Get yourself some headphones, kids.
That's right. Get through that dimensional portal and buy yourself the best headphones in this or any other universe. Tweaked Audio. Or, of course, you could be a superhero and hunt a killer.
Michelle Gray needs your help, and so does the world. Guys, can we just stay in? I actually want to go to the bar for St. Patty's Day, so just stay in the house, damn it!
I know, people. Come on.
You're killing me!
Come on. Who wants to see their family? Come on. No. But anyway, yeah, so use the code Southgate for both of those for a discount. And then go pick up Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. Volume 1. Audiobook is coming. Volume 2 is coming. So, yes, go pick up Pod Life, the book. You can get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. On the YouTube, on the podcast, it's all there. Yes, use the link. It doesn't affect your shopping at all because, we're in the holiday season, but it helps us support this show, the Southgate Media Group Network, and that fancy man with his cache of other dimensional weapons, Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom. You're weak sauce. And you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong.
Lilith Hellfire.
You guys want to at me or just hang out with me on Twitter during the live watches because new DC shows are coming, and maybe I'll be tweeting some Marvel stuff. Maybe we'll see how it goes. At Lilith Hellfire on Instagram, at Lilith Hellfire 86 for puppies and smoothies. For the memes, at Lilith Hellfire 69 on both Instagram and TikTok. Keep me company in 2021.
I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, yes, 2020 is almost over. So,
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, good riddance, Felicia.
that's right.
Remember, sing Bring Me a Higher Love to get rid of all the gunk. That was 2020. And don't forget to scream Jumanji at 12 o'clock, too. We got to get out of this damn Jumanji.
All right, everyone. So, again, next week, Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest, followed by the Thwippies.
Throw him away downtown.
And then please join us back here in 2020. If Sinister 6 was loud, I think Bob Gobble Gobble must be loud. Wait until Flash in the January. Flash Thompson, Teddy Grant.
Y'all know all about Betty Brant.
Until then, swing on back.
Flip him away downtown. Flip.